And the British lawmakers have overwhelmingly approved a Brexit deal in a parliamentary vote. The Brexit bill has cleared its first hurdle by 521 to 73 votes. The legislation governing the UK's future ties with the EU, it has been raised through Parliament in record time. British lawmakers were recalled from their Christmas break for this crucial vote. British Parliament, in fact, published an 80-page draft version of the bill that gave lawmakers less than 24 hours to study it. Earlier, officials from the EU and UK both signed the trade deal in Brussels. The draft papers were then flown to London in an RAF jet. The deal has been given unanimous backing of ambassadors from the 27 nations. The member states, meanwhile, have given their written approval for it today. The deal has sailed through the UK Parliament. Opposition lawmakers had previously indicated that all of them would support it. The Labour Party leader has urged his MPs to vote for the agreement, but is facing a high-profile rebellion within his party. The bill will now be passed on to the House of Lords for another vote. After the bill overcomes hurdles of both Commons and Lords, it will then go to the Buckingham Palace for the royal assent. Also, traders are overall having problems, and to talk more on this, today we are joined by our London Bureau Chief, Mandy Clark. Mandy, my first question to you is, how are the UK businesses prepared for the bumpy road as the country adjusts to new EU rules, especially for Indian companies like Tata Motors own JLR that will be impacted as part of this transition period?
No, it's nothing short of a godsend for many UK businesses who are really reliant on trade with Europe for its survival. Everyone from car makers like Jaguar Land Rover to chocolate shops were looking at 5 to 10% tariff increases that would have been delivered directly to the consumer. And it's doubtful that people could have really been able to afford those hikes in prices. Now, some things will cost a little more, but it's a moderate bump rather than a spike in costs. And that's an important difference. Really, for the average British person, it would have been very difficult after a year of coronavirus that led to a downturn in the economy and serious job losses all over the country. Having to pay more for their goods might have been a bridge too far. Now, Labour opposition leader Keir Starmer has said this isn't the perfect deal, but truly anything is better than no deal. And I think that sentiment has certainly been echoed throughout the business sector.
But Mandy, my next question to you is, isn't the deal signed between UK and EU last week is too little and too late?
There will be bumpy moments for UK businesses and for travellers as they get to grips with those new EU rules. Now, Brexit Minister Michael Gove has warned businesses that the new nature of the relationship with the EU outside that single market and customs union means there are practical and procedural changes that businesses and citizens will need to get ready for. And there will be some disruption as Britain adjusts to the new way of doing business with the EU. Now, businesses have been urged to make sure that they understand those new rules on importing and exporting goods, including the different rules that apply to trade with Northern Ireland, and to consider how they will make customs declarations on EU trade. Now, Tata Motors, which owns Jaguar Land Rover, sees increased customs declarations as being an administrative and a compliance burden. The luxury car maker also warned of potential delays by moving cars and components across borders, and that could disrupt its supply chain and exports of finished vehicles. Now, Land Rover has been working hard with its suppliers to ensure that they are ready for the changes to the customs processes and have developed contingency plans.